All right, we move on to race number 2, the second on the programme. Class 4, 1,000-metre dash here. 3 first starters in the field. Travel Emperor back down into Class 4 company. National from Barrier 3. Buoyant Boy makes his debut. Galton of Guerra, I can't remember which we will be going with him, but he makes his debut as well. Sportsmaster and the debutant. Cheerful Jet will go forward. We've got Hot Pepper with Barrier 14. Tourbillon King with Barrier 12. A massive move. Drops back into it.
I'll be waking up in the middle of the night saying Galton of Guerra this evening probably, but he will almost certainly go forward. He's shown terrific gate speed in his trials. Fish and Chips likes to go forward as he often does. Tourbillon King ran a really good race last time out, and Hot Pepper has plenty of gate speed in a good draw, so I think they'll not be hanging around here.
Here is the aforementioned horse, Galton of Guerra. Now, just if you want to, just for you anoraks out there, Guerra is a Japanese television series, and Galton was the horse that he rode, the protagonist rode into victory on that particular series. So there you go. You've learned something today.
Absolutely.
And then we've seen 2 bits of work from him. He's going to start short price favourite as well because he's looked pretty good in the mornings. Here's a second gallop. Just an easy as you like gallop. We'll see a trial from him later on, but he's going nicely, there's no question. Tourbillon King is a horse that always races well down the straight 1,000. And from Barrier 12, he should get a really nice run in transit as well. You can see a couple of even sectionals from him. And he's had a few runs this season now, and he'll strip pretty fit. And here's the second one, working with Telecom Boom. So give you an indicator for Telecom Boom in that race previously. But you can see here Tourbillon King, he's one on the inside. He is going better than Telecom Boom, but he is higher rated.
Yeah, that's a good place to start as well with Tourbillon King. He finished second last time out behind Lucky Time, who was well backed. We'll see Lucky Time later on the programme. Fish and Chips, Hot Pepper in this as well, but from a good draw. To my eye, he looked the one to beat.
Yeah, look, he's definitely got a good chance here, Tourbillon King. The other one, Hot Pepper's drawn 14, so he's come on nicely from his debut run this season. Has shown ability, but hasn't quite managed to get that win. He's run a couple of good seconds. Fish and Chips runs an honest race all the time. He's been round, you know, I wouldn't like to say he's yesterday's newspaper, Fish and Chips, because he runs all the time, but he always runs well.
Almost the same jokes.
Yeah,
every time the horse runs, same jokes.
That's the first one I've used yesterday's newspaper. Normally battered gets...
Well, yeah, exactly. Tourbillon King's got a very good chance from gate 12. The first 2 were well clear of the rest there, and the winner was Progressive, and we'll see him later on.
Yeah, that is Lucky Time. All right, Cheerful Jets, the next one we're going to have a look at. This is obviously at Happy Valley, 1,200 metres, making the switch to the straight track.
Well, they went incredibly quick sectionals here. In the end, he was sort of requiring oxygen. He was very, very tired in the latter stages. But he has got 1 or 2 decent bits of form prior to that. He's trialled quite well, and I think 1,000 metres with a good draw. He does have a problem that he's bled in the past, which is a slight concern, but it wouldn't be a huge surprise to see him go better than he did here.
Yeah, just sort of the way I didn't like the way he finished that race. He just sort of didn't really hit the line as strong as I would have liked. Full brother to Amazing Star, that horse that was most impressive on second start.
Yeah, beating Alkari.
Yeah, beating Alkari. So he's... yeah, the bleeding worries me. I just think he might have an internal problem.
Right, OK. Well, let's have a look at, or another look at Galton of Guerra. I said Tourbillon King the one to beat, and what we've seen, but we haven't seen him on the racetrack yet on race day, Galton of Guerra.
He's had 10 trials, this horse, in total. He's had 4 in New Zealand before he got here. He's had 6 since he's been here. He bet Speedy King on a grass trial before this, so he's been really well educated leading to this. And this was just a nice, quiet trial in the all-weather as well. So one thing about him, he's drawn Barrier 6. He's Joe Moreira. Chris So's got a good, fresh-up record with these horses. So he's $1.90. He's odds on at the moment.
Yeah, almost on first-name terms. He and I have seen each other so often down there at the barrier trials. Galton of Guerra, he's a regular attender, and yeah, he's generally speaking gone very well, so going to be tough to beat. All
right, what about these other 2 debutants trialling here at Happy Valley? We know this trial itself actually is quite good on Generous Heart winning it.
Yep, no, he's had 5 trials, Buoyant Boy. He's got the hood on for his first start. He's only a little horse though, 1,001 pounds, barrier 11, so he'll get a good run, but I'd like to see him improve what I've seen so far.
I think on breeding as well, a little bit further is going to be seeing him in a better light.
Right, OK. So how do you line them up here, Paul? Are you going more on the debutants or with the form?
I'm going to take the debutant on with a horse called Zero Hedge. John Size has done a lot of track work with this horse, and he's had a couple of trials leading into this race as well. He did win up fresh last season. He's drawn barrier 1, that's only a little question mark, but his weight is very similar to his winning weight last season. He's at 1,075, and his winning weight last year was 1,079 fresh. I think with the experience, I'll just take him to nudge off Galton of Guerra, and you'll get a each way decent price on him. He's currently a $12 chance. Hot Pepper, another one that's a good value. I think can run a nice race on barrier 14, as with Torbjorn King with his high draw. But I'm going to just take a little bit of a roughie here. Galton of Guerra could be very special, but 0 heads to beat him.
I'm going to have Galton of Guerra on top. I think on the evidence of what he's done on the trials, he's pretty useful, and he might be a good bit better than these. We'll find out on Saturday afternoon. Tourbillon King is definitely going the right way and has to be included. Massive Move's big price, actually. He's not a prolific winner, but he's got lots in his favour. He's got a good draw, gate 9, not too far from the rail. Dylan Moe taking off the £7. He's run some pretty solid races over this course and distance. And Hot Pepper finally draws a very good gate and can use that gate speed. But for me, the best play here, ignore the favourite. I think he'll probably win, but I think if you want a good each way bet, Tourbillon King is going to be a pretty good value.
Yep, I wouldn't disagree with that. That's the second event over the straight 1,000 metres. So 2 down, 8 to go. We're back with race number 3 up next, up to the 1,600 metres as well.